Alright, I'll just open that up.
Go.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's afternoon in Colorado. This is a special edition for Worldwide Blues Shows. We just usually turn the music on and let it go with a lot less conversation because we only get from 12 to 5 Mountain Standard Time every Saturday. We hope all of you are listening either regularly or for the first time, because this is a really fun time of the year for a lot of us, that we get to do some Blues from the Top promotions for John Catt's Blue Star Connection organization, the Grand County Blues Society. We are thrilled to be able to do this in conjunction with Doug Deutsch Publicity Services. We thank Doug once again, as always, for his great PR services. And today we have two special treats, but this is something that we're going to be doing all throughout today. We'll be posting videos from Blues from the Top on the Worldwide Blues Facebook page up until, well, I'll be going up there Friday, so maybe we'll catch one Friday before I go. Really want to come for Thursday, but
You're hitting all those shows.
I have to wait for someone.
I love it that you hit all the blues things. You're such a big, major proponent of, putting it out there and making sure that everybody here gets to see what's going on elsewhere and gets to hear what's going on elsewhere.
Well, we know that everyone knows here in Colorado Springs is where we are at, but everybody knows about the Blue Star Connection because they're a very worthwhile organization that does a lot of great things for the children of Colorado and so many other states. I think, about 25 states that has been growing and continues to grow under the care and love of all volunteers. And the big party of the year is Blues from the Top, June 24th and 25th in Winter Park at Hideaway Park in Colorado. So today, I have a really distinct pleasure in talking with a hometown guy and a major player in the Blues from the Top historically, the Blue Star Connection, through his work with the kids and the organization, and someone that I first, when I came back to Colorado in 2009, heard that there was this kid running around playing really well at a lot of clubs on a no notice, and I'm going, wow, when do I find this out? How do I listen? And I got a photo pass to Soto's to shoot Adler's Appetite, and who comes in and does a solo with Lonnie Paul and Richard DeGrassi? Mr. Austin Young. How you doing, Austin?
Good, how are you, Mark?
Oh, I'm great. Just happy to be here. This is our first real Saturday show as part of the Beat Goes On series of shows. It was usually every Wednesday night, and it still is. But we wanted to open this up Saturday to talk about Blue Star, and I want to thank you for coming in and taking time out of your day.
Oh, I want to thank you for having me on the first Saturday show of you guys.
Well, and appropriately so, really, like I say, from Colorado Springs. So in 2009, how old were you?
Let's see here, if
Quick
I do
math.
the math correctly.
I know.
Oh man, I was, let's see here, I was 14.
See, we want to talk in ciphers because, I'm not going to ask you how old you are. But how many 14-year-olds get to play with an all-star Guns N' Roses tribute band with Steven Adler, the original member?
I was hearing about you back then, too. Yeah, you just, you'd be amazed at how far your name has stretched.
Oh, well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Well, and really, this is an opportunity to learn more about Austin. Mm-hmm. You see him all the time, and like I say, you're a major part of the Blue Star Connection and the Blues from the Top Festival for probably as many years too, right?
Yeah, I think this festival will be my 5th or 6th year there, and Blue Star Connection has always been near and dear to my heart. I have a couple friends of mine that are Blue Stars from school, and I just see how that's impacted them and their lives, really given them hope. So, that's just really been amazing to see that firsthand. So,
Can you tell me of the interaction that Blue Star has with your friends, and what exactly are they fulfilling? What is
yeah, so Blue Star is a nonprofit organization that is designed to give music to kids in hospitals and with at-risk illnesses, some cancer and a lot of other diseases. It really helps them, instead of focusing on their illness, it really helps them focus on something else. And it's just a really beautiful thing. John Catt, the founder, collects new and used instruments from all over the world, really, and delivers them to kids throughout the world. I mean, Blue Star Connection is stretched even as far as to India, I believe.
Wow.
So,
that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love hearing that. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great.
Their slogan or motto, if you will, is giving the gift of music, and it really is a special gift that John Catt can give these kids.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a cancer survivor myself, and that's the first thing I wanted to do when I got up. Was I heard about that organization and messaged Kate Moss about how I could get involved, and that's one of the first things that I did when they had the annual party was at Castleman's, and that was 2011.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, with Samantha Fish and Kate Moss, and that was just an amazing experience for me to be part of all that. The silent auction that benefits the whole works, and my friend Larry Hulst brought up a couple of his museum quality prints, and took care of a great need for things that they can use to auction off. But that's the mission of the Blue Star Connection. And Lisa, being a survivor yourself, music, going through the hospital as you do, playing for kids, that's just an amazing thing. I was so burnt myself that I wasn't cognizant. I mean, my mind was
just too exhausting,
blank. I didn't even think myself to turn on the music. So for someone to come in and
I got lucky with mine. I chose to push through I played 10 days later after having a mastectomy, partial mastectomy, and I believe it saved my soul. I do. I think that music is a healer. It wasn't the funnest show, but it's one of the proudest shows I've ever done. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that story.
Yeah.
That's just, this is the kind of sharing that really makes the organization comprised of such giving and caring people. I mean, I've been going since 2012, and we get the full VIP package just because it's quite the entertainment value in the first place. It's in a beautiful setting in Winter Park with the VIP. You get more food than one can possibly eat in 5 days, in 2 days.
I want to check that out sometime. You're getting me hooked on this blues thing.
Well, and it's, all the restaurants in Winter Park contribute. And
That's exciting.
And so if you ever have an appetite after the show, you might go to one of those favorite spots, but
I always have an appetite. So,
yeah. Well, I take advantage of that. Because,
I would too.
I run around and I talk and I take pictures and I shoot video, and it's a reunion every year with a bunch of really cool people that I've met and you become friends with.
Mm-hmm. I would almost say family with,
I would say that too.
One big blues family. We've been through the ringer this year with a lot of things, but this festival is especially important. John Catt is the newest Blue Star to be added to the list, unfortunately, but we're all just going to come together at this time and be there for him, and it's going to be a really sweet time. Fellowship and just music, and we're all going to be together, and when you're all together with family, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world, right?
Well, it is. It's you know, it is indescribable. It's
It
just
is.
you have to be there and experience it. And we, you know, John Catt, wow, wish him all the best. And it's just I don't know what to say.
He's an amazing man.
Yeah, he's done so much, and he puts together such an event. And it is not just a 2-day festival.
No.
It begins, I don't know when it started on Thursday night, but that was like the welcoming party. Well,
Yeah.
give us a rundown, because it's
Yeah, no,
many
I can.
things.
I can definitely give you a rundown. The music hardly stops.
Yeah.
Thursday night is Thursday night in the park. It's a free show, and a few bands are going to be there this year. I believe Kate Moss and Willie K are going to be there, and they're going to be playing at Hideaway Park on the stage, and that's free for anybody to come to Thursday evening. And then Friday night they have events at Smoke and Moe's. And I believe they have youth jams going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah, and then the festival kicks off on Saturday. Saturday night is the Category 5 night at Smoke and Moe's. You'll see all the artists from the festival just kind of jamming away with each other, and it's a really loose atmosphere, really fun to be at. There's also youth jams that night, and then Sunday morning is the gospel set bright and early.
Yeah.
Southern Avenue is going to be doing that, as well as a couple other Colorado people. So it's going to be a great time. And then I think the festival closes around 7 on Sunday night with Eric Gales. So
Oh, that's just going to be amazing.
It sounds like a great.
Last year,
Few
Eric
days.
Gales was just incendiary. I titled it on my YouTube video, Eric Gales Ignites Winter Park, because it was just an electric experience. But, you know, the names, there's too many names to mention this time. And there's always, you know, with 2 days of music at a festival, and then the Smoke and Moe's jams are just, you know, they're a photographer's dream. You
Okay.
know, they're all lined up in front, just trying to see who and how many people they can fit into a frame. I got to say that, you know, they're so gracious, everyone of the artists and all the staff and the organization, you know, to allow all the photographers to do what they do. I have actually just made a playlist on the Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative YouTube channel for Blues from the Top, because I have been lucky enough to shoot there since 2012, I think, is when I started. The first year I just took it all in and said, yep, this is what I want to do.
nice.
That had to have been a labor of love to
Oh,
do
it
that,
is
because I
just-
know what kind of music you've got. You've got more music
Well, you know, when you
and
see,
more film.
okay, Anna Popovic, Larry McCrae, Jimmy Hall, Jimmy Carpenter on sax, Deanna Bogart on sax, Reese Winans on keys,
Wow.
and any number of amazing drummers. That's quite the video right there, or the picture,
I would think
or
so.
the image in your mind.
It gave me one, actually. Yeah, that seems like amazing, just totally amazing. And the descriptive that you gave, it sounds really great. It sounds really family friendly and really spiritually good and really musically good. I don't think you could probably do any better than that.
Plus you got the mountains right behind you, so it's
Yeah.
So gorgeous.
yeah.
It's beautiful there. You can't take a bad picture there, to tell you the
No, I
truth.
bet not.
But you know, expanding on the topic of being family friendly. Of course, it's family friendly. You know that the Blue Star Connection is all about family, and the little kids are the most fun to watch. You
I bet.
You can't help having a smile on your face watching the little kids dancing around and
I love
playing
stuff
on
like
the grass
that.
and doing what they do. But you know, there's a skateboard park right there in Hideaway Park too.
It's cool.
There's so much to do. It's just great. You can take a walk around the town of Winter Park and still hear the music during the day.
I would
You
love
know.
that.
But more specifically, you know, they have 2 stages, and you've been working real hard on that second stage for a long time too, doing the breaks between the first stage.
That's correct. Yeah, the future of the blues stage. That's
Yeah.
what John deems it. But it's You know, that's really one of my passions is to see younger generations than me. I know you guys consider me to be pretty young. I don't really. Now that I'm getting up there in age, I gotta.
You're seasoned.
Yeah, but you know, seeing those young kids really get excited about playing music is really something that I'm really passionate about, and I have been ever since. You know, I mean, usually before this festival, I go down to Clarksdale, Mississippi, and teach with Bob Margolin at the Pine Top Perkins Foundation Masterclass, and
Nice.
down in Mississippi in Clarksdale, and that's a really cool experience just to see kids get passionate about this music, because you know, a lot of kids my age are just not really into this music. They don't know what it's all about, and you know, I think that spreading awareness and getting people excited about this music is really something that I really look forward to doing in the future as well.
Well, that's great to hear.
Fabulous. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You know, and age, even though my hair matches my name, I'm right there with you, man. You're playing, I'm shooting, and
I'm dancing.
She's dancing. We're in this. Our minds are the same, actually. You know, and your appreciation for the music is very deep for your age at this point. I gotta say, hanging out with Bob Margolin is always a treat. Anytime, even just for me to say, "Hey, Bob, how you doing?" But you get to hang out with Bob.
And Bob's a good guy. He really was instrumental in helping us score a deal with VizzTone Label Group for our first record that we put out. I think it was in 2012, and I'm due for another one. So, but Bob was really instrumental in forging that relationship. So I'm very grateful to him for that, and just for taking me under his wing in all aspects.
Yeah, that's when we were talking to Nick Clark Wednesday. You know, I was at the Boulder Outlook for the Lions flood relief that Dan King put together, and Bob Margolin introduces Nick Clark as the next major harmonica player. Mm-hmm. You know, and he loves cultivating. You know, if I guess that's the right word, but we do that too on our Beat Goes On Wednesday show. We've had plenty of 17-year-old musicians that are out there recording and working.
Outstanding musicians, I will say. I mean, it just blows my mind.
And
it really does.
That's why we do Monday through Friday on this station, 6 p.m. to midnight, all Colorado music. So mostly it's unsigned music, and that's why we like to support our local musicians, get them out in the airwaves. This is a global internet show, so metrics are trending that we are, in fact, and especially with the YouTube channel, I know it's been seen in almost 200 countries.
Nice.
Yeah, so people are really interested in Colorado music, what goes on here. I call, Blues from the Top one of the great Colorado blues festivals.
I think hands down it's my favorite festival.
Yeah.
All year long, and just going back to the Colorado music scene, it's just been blooming for a while now, and it's really exciting to see just so many acts, especially competing in events like the International Blues Competition, and representing Colorado very proudly. It's very, very interesting to see and very awesome.
Oh, we talked about that a couple shows too, and we had Papa Juke Band, who the 50 Shades went to Memphis January this year for the competition, and actually it's the International Blues Challenge. I don't know. Yeah. There's people that actually are adamant against the word challenge or competition, because it's not a competition. I mean, everyone that plays in the IBC has obviously gotten into a position of, excellence.
Eliteness, being the elite.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And, there's a lot of bands that compete annually and reconfigure themselves as a lot of the Colorado Blues Society musicians and Pikes Peak Blues community musicians do that. And it's just a continuance of their honing their skills and
showing what they got.
When we go to Memphis, people know there's people coming from Colorado Blues Society, Mile High Blues Society, the Pikes Peak Blues Community, Grand County Blues Society. And now there's the Fort Collins Blues Society.
Love it.
That's 5 blues societies that go to Memphis.
That's good stuff.
So, and then there's two 2 performance categories, and then the best CD category as a 3rd category. So that's a lot of Colorado music in Memphis in January.
Well,
Good to see that.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. I went to my first one with you not too long ago.
Semis, yeah.
And I was pumped, man. I'm telling you, I thought that stuff was, I liked it because you don't realize that there's several different types of blues music. Okay, I'm used to 1-4-5, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I wasn't hearing that. I was hearing all different kinds of stuff. I was hearing with the washboard and all this crazy kind of thing. I loved it.
Speaking from now what's the genre? Pop, metal? I don't know. What's your genre? Because
Mine?
Yeah. Street Corner
I'm,
Gypsy, that's her band, Street Corner Gypsy. So
I would say that we are rock, metal with a southern twist to it, maybe a southern twist to it.
you know, and that's always good to hear the artist's perspective from their what is their strain of the genre.
Right.
I put my foot in my mouth a lot when I talk about, especially, metal. I was around since metal was defined. So anybody that plays metal in my mind is metal, and I get corrected. Oh no, there's this kind of metal and that kind of metal.
We're
It's
the
like-
softest form, I would say, of metal. It's the original music that I really got into that band for, is because I believe Dave Way is one of the best writers that I've ever heard. And,
That's on camera.
I know, okay.
No, but we got to say, got a shout out to Dave. He's
We
going to be
do.
in Pueblo at Bands in the Backyard.
He's
with
there
his
right
band.
now.
Yeah.
Gonna open up for Three Doors Down and Kid Rock today.
So Colorado music is ever expanding, and we try to cover it all in our
Yes.
Beat Goes On show. But today is the Worldwide Blues version of the Beat Goes On. And I think you want to do a song for us at this point? Yeah, we've talked a lot for almost a half hour. I want to hear some Austin, yeah.
Let's
Oh,
get some tunes.
you guys are sweet. I'm gonna do an original one off of a new album that we're working on.
Oh, great.
This one is, I wrote this about my dad. My dad passed away here in March, unexpectedly, really at the age of 56. So I'm going to do this one for him for Father's Day tomorrow.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Tim.
Better get some sleep before I shed another tear. I fade so slow. Wish that you were still here. Want to hear your voice. Want to hug you tight. Just close your eyes. Know you finish your fight. I can't
patiently I pray, overcome by the glorious light. Take my life and take my pride, take my fear and be my guide. All I want is you. The walls came crashing down, it turned my world around. Jesus, I need you. I can't let go of this angel flying home. I don't want to let go of my angel flying home.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a great tribute to you, Dad, and thank you for sharing that with us today. I didn't know your dad well. I remember the last time I saw him was at a jam at Cleats on the east side, and he got up and played, and you know that's a good remembrance.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, he. I mean, he was there since I picked up my first guitar, and he played drums in my first band. So
Right.
he's always been there for me, especially with music. So.
Well, that's the stuff that we like to hear, really.
Mhm.
That you know, there is that passing down the love of music in the family.
Definitely.
It is.
You know, and
It's beautiful. I would like to take 1 second to say today's my father's birthday.
Mm.
He's 85
Wow.
years young today. He's the most honest dude you ever met in your life, and just because it'll fluff his feathers, go Raiders. I love you, Dad. Happy birthday.
Well, and tomorrow is Father's Day, and yeah, that's a special day for a lot of reasons to remember our fathers. I finally remember mine. It's always hard to let go, and he's always still there with me too.
Definitely.
But he was really influential in this community, and it was I understand, just a lovely coming together of the community on a couple different occasions for him. I didn't get to make those, but that's a true testament when the community comes out and celebrates and
Yeah.
and holds up family members, you know.
And by the way, I like to see the love in your eyes for your father when you sing that song.
Thank you.
It was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I hope my kids look at me that way. I really do. I was thinking that. Wow, what a powerful love.
Well, you know, this is something that he must have introduced to you when you said you started picking up the instrument. How long ago?
Picked it up 8 years ago when I was 12. So, but my first instrument was actually drums. So he taught me that as well.
Yeah.
And moved on to piano and then guitar. And so, but then after I picked up the guitar, I never really put it down.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it shows.
It's something about a guitar.
But you know, and this is the great thing about having a hometown guy here on the show, and able to talk because we know you, you know, and we've seen you around, and you are a big supporter of local music here with your peers as well all the time. You when you can, come down and participate in the jams at,
course.
say, Benny's and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with Austin's new jam at Southside Johnny's, right?
Of course, yeah, I'm actually going to be hosting that tomorrow.
Are you really?
With Austin, yeah.
All
so
right.
Myself and my bass player Alex will be there, so.
All right.
It'll be
Well,
good.
it was good to see you and Alex at Greeley last
Mhm.
weekend. Yeah, I didn't stick it out that long because
Oh, we didn't either.
I was
we
done like 4 hours into it.
Yeah, we were gone about, I think, 3:34ish. So.
We might have left about the same time.
Yeah.
Just hot, I heard. Really.
Well, it was a
very
lot.
hot.
They had 3 stages, and you know you have to walk around, and
Sure.
it's not like you have to because it's just so much fun to do so.
It was especially hot the night before. We were playing downtown Greeley. We played twice. We played once. We hosted a kids jam, kids showcase kind of thing, youth showcase, and then we played 2 sets at the Moxie Theater. But it was so hot that after each show, we had to go and take showers. So we took about two showers each. Each bandmate took 2 showers that day because it was so hot. But it was fun. It was a fun time.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you know, and I can relate to that too because you know when I shoot with my DSLR, shoot video, the camera overheats.
Right.
You know, so it's like, well, I gotta stop shooting because the camera's gonna overheat. Well, let's see how long it lasts. Because that's what it is with Ronnie Baker Brooks Thursday night. You know how he gets off on the stage and runs around and
Right.
plays and shakes everybody's hand.
Ronnie's a good friend of mine, actually. He was, when he came to the Cristola bar, I think maybe this was in 2014,
Yeah.
he pulled me up on the last song, and he's done that a couple of times, actually. The last blues from, 2 blues from the Tops ago, he pulled me up on stage to close his set with him, and then the following one, he brought a lot of guitar players up at when he closed the festival. Myself and Eric Gales included, a lot of other really good players. So
I saw
Ronnie's
most
a
of
good guy.
those. Yeah.
Does that make you feel all excited and all happy and everything? When
Oh,
you
it
get to...
does. Just bringing back all these fond memories for sure.
Well, I
Yeah.
talked to Ronnie about the Cristola shows, and he goes, "Is that place still open?" And I said, "Well, the floods are kind of
Yeah.
limiting the number of shows that people want to go up there for, and that's a sad thing because there were some fun times, you know. And I've seen you with Chris Duarte, and the one. How was that with Joe Louis Walker?
Oh, that was fun.
Oh my
That
God!
was fun. That was last year.
I know, yeah.
Saturday night. Yeah, that was a really. I mean, we played a festival in Flagstaff a couple weeks before, and he was headlining that. So I got to talk with him there, and he said, "Well, when I get to Blues from the Top, make sure to grab me." That's what he just told me. So I did, and you know, he said, "I'm gonna pull you up on stage, and we're gonna do this song or whatever." And got up there, and it was just a hoot. You know, we had a really good time, and you know, just so many people have been really gracious to me. You know, so many people, so many blues legends. You know, it's just very, very amazing. I mean, I got to sit backstage with Joe and Zach Harmon and listen to them talk about B.B. King. You know, and it was pretty amazing.
Well, now Mike Zito's in town tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna go crash Stargazers?
If I have time, yes.
If you have time,
we're
man.
gonna be the band and I are preparing for Blues from the Top, some recording in the studio next week for a new album set to be released soon at Stargazers, in fact. And also we're gonna be preparing for a tour right after Blues from the Top. We're gonna be going to St. Charles, Missouri, right next to St. Louis. Playing, then we're gonna do some dates at the Zoo Bar in Nebraska and Knuckleheads in Kansas City. So
Right.
we have a lot to prepare for right now.
Well, that's good. You're busy.
Keeps me busy.
Well, yeah, even busier. When are you graduating from DU?
I graduate in a year. I'm actually taking an online class as we speak right now.
How about that?
Yeah, so it's good to stay busy during this time for sure.
Well, you know, that's it doesn't stop, man.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I retired after 37 years of a career, and it took me just a few months to go, what am I going to do next?
Yeah, no, I don't think I'd be happy just sitting around
No.
all day. I can't do it. So
Yeah.
You are the busiest retired person I've ever met. You are just on the go all the time. I do not have the energy that you have. I wish I did.
Well, and that's the whole thing, as Austin keeps saying, you meet people. I was fortunate enough to meet so many people as a photographer right off the bat. And, sharing the photos with people, and especially when the artists say, wow, that was a nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see them over and over again. And like I saw, Mike and Jimmy Carpenter and Rob Lee Thursday night, at Oriental.
Speaking of Jimmy Carpenter, we're gonna have him up we're gonna have him guest on our set at Blues from the Top, along with a lot of other people. We're gonna bring Michael Hornbuckle up.
I was gonna ask you all that. Yeah.
Michael Hornbuckle, we're gonna bring him up. We're gonna bring up a friend of ours, Mike Ray, to play some drums for a few songs. Ori Naftali of Southern Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring him up, so it'll be a really fun time. We're gonna do some jamming.
Well, I can't wait because, like I say, it's just a treat to watch, and even more so to capture.
Right.
But I got the Blues from the Top page open here, and just the lineup. Let's see, where is the lineup on this? It's just an incredible lineup.
Yeah, I believe it. Got trampled underfoot, getting back together
Mm-hmm.
for it. Samantha Fish is going to be there again. Just a lot of
John Nemeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Jimmy Hall and My Blue Sky. I just got a text on the way into the studio from David Brandt.
Yeah.
Hope you're listening, bud, because I'm going to spill the beans on this one. You're doing the My Blue Sky thing with Jimmy Hall, which is just an amazing Allman Brothers oral excitement.
Love Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
I do.
And Jimmy Hall is the only other voice that can do justice to the songs.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, but David Brandt is also going to be playing bass for Josh Smith, who is calling in at 3 from LA. And he's going to play bass for Kara Granger's set.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is, amazing lineup.
Yeah, I heard there's a couple surprises too in store.
I don't know if that's what David was telling me Saturday at Greeley, but he just texted me, so I think it's okay to say. Maybe he wanted me to, I don't know. But I can't wait to spill the beans about all the stuff that's happening. And like you said, the Friday pre-show at Smoke and Moe's is usually all the people that play Saturday.
Right.
And then the Saturday Smoke and Moe's after party is usually the Sunday people that come in and jam. So, and this is where you get all these great combinations of musicians just doing old standards together, and it's just fun. It's just so much fun. And it's over before you know it. It starts at 8 o'clock and it's over by 11 really, so you can get up and go to the festival the next day.
That's the way to do it, I would think.
Well, it is. It's, there is no time for lollygagging around if you want to catch everything, And so you got to spill the beans on the treat for me has become more and more the Sunday Gospel morning show.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, I was... tears were streaming down my face.
Oh.
It was beautiful.
Zach Harmon
Wow.
was there with Eric Gales. Actually stepped in for a little bit
Oh
too.
yeah,
It
and that was
beautiful.
just the band.
Yeah.
But the ladies stole the show. I mean, really, they had Deanna Bogart and Adriana Marie and Elizabeth from the old Ori Naftali band. I mean, there was 4 women up there doing a cappella in the beginning. And then they had, gosh, I wish I had all my notes with me, but it was an hour and a half of just joyful stuff. Zach Harmon is a minister, right?
Right.
So he did the benediction and the sermon, basically of just short and sweet, induction prayer. But what the high point for me was the lady that was the voice on the Edwin Hawkins song, "Oh Happy Day."
Really?
Sang "Oh Happy Day," closing out that show.
Oh, wow.
Man.
That would be
It was
uplifting.
amazing. So this is a festival that is just so cool for so many reasons. You know, there's something there for everybody to experience, and if you're not used to it, you're going to see even more. And that's why, you know, people come every year. We have to get our rooms early because there are people that go and check out and book the room for the next year.
Wow.
Same weekend.
Yeah.
Wow.
Year after year after year. You know, because there are some really nice condos that overlook the park.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we were there last year on the second floor, so we kind of, the tents were in the way. But if you're on the third floor, man, you could see the whole thing from your balcony.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's just as fun to go there and interact with everybody. And even for the general admission, I mean, there's plenty of food.
Yeah.
You know, nobody gets disappointed at all. Everyone stays hydrated and hopefully lathered up with sunscreen because it's known to be hot, and then it's known to rain, and then it's known to be
Well, that's just
cold.
Colorado.
But
Yeah.
even so, you know, Winter Park is one of those high elevation places, and you never know what to expect. So yeah, for those that go, the seasoned ones know what to do, and the first time people will figure it out after the first time.
I don't think I've ever even been to Winter Park.
Oh, it's, you know, it's out 70 west,
I'll
and
Google it.
it's, what's that, Highway 6 that goes up to Granby, or Winter Park and Granby?
Okay. Up that way.
But yeah, it's a nice drive. It's a beautiful drive. You know, and every year, especially when we come down very slowly because I've got some video of the bighorn sheep
Beautiful.
running up sheer
Love
cliffs,
that.
you know, and everybody has to pull over and stop and watch it and
Sure.
stuff like that.
Looky loos.
Funny you mentioned that. Last night we was driving home from a rehearsal, and I see people pulled over on both sides of the road, and they see this in Ute Valley, by Ute Valley Park. It's where I live, and saw two black bears, big black bears, and
Wow.
it was one got really close to our car too. I grabbed my mom and my girlfriend and her mom, and we went in the car, and we went to see the bear, and it was like went right next to our car. And then there were some people in Ute Valley Park who didn't know the bear was there, trying to get out.
Oh gosh.
So it was funny, but it was a neat experience to see that.
It's all fun and games until you land on the local news.
Yeah. So you find the bear.
You know, but that's what another thing I love about Colorado, and we are so lucky to be able to see wildlife
Yes.
as close as we want to, but you know,
Yes.
everyone should be responsible in doing so, not get in the way, not touch, not feed,
Don't
whatever.
feed.
But
Yes.
you know, we've had some horror stories as a result of that. But
Yes.
this is, you know, it's my new home. I was raised in California, but Colorado is just as cool.
It's so beautiful here.
Yeah.
It just is. Been to a lot of states, and you know, there's a lot of beautiful states out there. But I have to say, you know, I find my hometown to be spectacular.
Yeah. Feel like doing another song?
Sure, I could do another song.
You know, and that's it. This is what we like to do on the normal Wednesday shows, is to get people kind of out of their elements. And I know you switch back and forth between acoustic and electric, but
Right.
it's a treat to hear you play acoustic.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
I remember the last
Gets
show.
me out of my own element, you know.
Yeah, well, the last show that you did with, I forget who it was you opened up for, but you actually did acoustic, couple of songs, you know, put the band away for a little bit. And so, yeah, just love that.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys do. Thanks for having me and asking me to do this. I'm going to do another original, if you guys don't mind, another one off of the new album. This one's called Letting Go. It goes like this. Don't need nobody to tell me what to do. You're watching and waiting and expecting something new. Thought I told you so long ago. The lines were faded, but
but you want something more. Letting go, letting go. It's hard for me, don't you know? Things will change, things will change. Things will never be the same. Such an easy thing to do. You have me running in circles, mama, always waiting on you. I'm caught up now, stand for your own lies. I'm done with darkness, I can see the sunrise. Letting go, letting go. It's hard for me, don't you know? Things will change. Things will never be the same. Right. I pray to God. I see the light. See the light. Letting go, letting go. It's hard for me, don't you know? Things will change, things will change. Things will never be the same. Letting go, letting go. It's hard for me, don't you know?
That's a great song. You know, there's it's a whole circle of emotions in that one. Right?
Definitely.
You know, it's an upbeat song. You know, it's got some really somber lyrics, but they sound hopeful.
And they really do. I was watching you. I like the way you play. I like the deliberateness of your note hand.
Thank you.
It's very deliberate. It's very good. I like
to
it.
just get a little
I like
attitude
it.
into it.
I was like, get some. You just ripping
Well,
right
that's
through there.
it. You know, he's been developing his technique ever since. You know, and for
Wonderful.
those of us that really get to see him, you know, a lot, which is not a lot, but I mean, still, whenever you're around, you know, you're pretty visible.
Oh, thank
And
you.
so, one thing I wanted to ask is, you know, you did something very special last year that I missed because of a snowstorm. The Soiled Dove, John Alex Mason,
Yeah.
Mason Scholarship Show.
Yeah. We I played with Jessica Rogalski.
Mojo Mama.
Yeah, exactly. We that's the first time we played together, and we had a ball. You know, it was more of a time where I could do some, you know, singer-songwriter type stuff, and I don't usually get to do that. It's more usually, you know, heavy blues or you know, blues rock. But it's nice to sit down with an acoustic guitar and, you know, and really write some soulful music, and that's really what this latest album will be about. You know, it's got more, you know, lyrical components to it than just straight blues stuff. So I'm really looking forward to getting it out there. It's, you know, definitely not strictly a blues album, so I'm looking forward to the reception that it's going to get. You know, it'll be interesting.
Well, it's always interesting because you know, you always change things up when you do your stuff anyway. I do notice. But and like I say, at the festival performances, you know, you put together the all-star band with Michaela Ray, And that was just a lot of fun. The last few times I heard that, you know, Michaela Ray is one of those silent but deadly guitar players.
Oh yeah,
right?
no, she's going to be playing with us again this year. You know, we formed kind of a band with her and my drummer and bass player Forrest and Alex, and we actually played in February on the Keeping the Blues Alive cruise, Joe Bonamassa's foundation. There's Joe Bonamassa's cruise, and we got to play there. That was really cool. We went from Miami to Cozumel, Mexico, and back, and we're gonna be. We got booked to play that cruise next year as well, so that'll be fun too.
Oh, great. So, you know what? We have this way of extracting information, don't we, Lisa?
Yes, we do.
And you've been following that perfectly, because,
Yes.
yeah, I told him right off the bat, says, well, I don't ask you any silly questions, but I don't ask a lot of questions, and you've been filling in the blanks. I mean, we've covered a lot, you know. How much, have we missed anything?
I think we talked about everything. We even talked about school.
I know.
We never really talk about school, so
Well,
that's
you know, but that's, you know, the rounding out of.
no, it's
of-
really important, you know.
Yeah.
And
your faith is a very important part in your life too. This,
Yeah,
this
no,
being
it's-
part of the Victory Christian Media Group, you know, we have to make a statement about our parent organization that
Yes.
grants us the grace and the tolerance to do what we do outside.
Thank you.
And you know, we always want to make sure that acknowledgments come in any shape that, you know, is evident.
no, definitely no, and it's just, I mean, this whole time I've been just really leaning on God, and really He's been carrying me through all of these things. You know, we've got Dad passing away, and John, you know, being diagnosed, and another family that's close to us, they just lost their 18-month-old grandson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
Condolences to the Caballero
Yes.
family.
yeah, no, really, and it's, you know, it's all the stuff just seems to pile up, you know, and it's just like,
Yeah.
even more with that, you need to lean on Christ and
Yeah.
really, and really just, you know, realize that He's the only one that's going to get you through this. So it's just been, it's been a really growing experience for me. Really, you know, challenging. I've stretched my faith definitely, but it's just been, you know, blessings and hardships for sure.
It's growing in faith,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah,
That's what
no,
it is.
definitely, and I just, you know, I'm just learning how to walk in faith, and
Right.
you know, more and more, and you know, it's just my hope that more people would find that in Christ, and would just see that hope there.
Well, we're all about that, really. Even though we don't talk about it exclusively, we are just blessed to be able to do a 5-hour blues show every Saturday. And, you know, the testament of the blues is it's an outcrying to somebody,
Mhm.
if not Jesus Christ, to, you know, eradicate, alleviate afflictions and pain, and getting hope, you know, established in all walks of life of all different types of people throughout the last 100 so years. You know, one of my favorite compilations, which I play on the blues show, is the R. Crumb's History of Blues, Jazz, and Country. It's, you know, I got it at the Blues Museum in Clarksdale.
Blues, jazz, and country. That's interesting.
Well, and it's old recordings. It's a compilation of old 78 recordings,
Ah,
78
neat.
RPMs, you know, back when that was a format,
Right.
you know, hot off the press. That's
Right.
kind of what it meant.
Right.
But, you know, it would have been lost if people didn't keep that going and still have that spark and remember that,
Yes.
you know, it's a generational passing of many things, not just music.
That's so true. That's very true. That's very evident. Like within your case, it's very true. Full circle type thing, because your father passed it to you.
Mhm. Definitely.
You know, and you're a big talent, honey. You're
Oh, thank
you're
you.
great. You're just wonderful, and without ever having met your parents, I can tell they're good ones.
Mhm.
You know.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, this is also a tribute to Colorado in so many ways. You know, John Catt got a Keeping the Blues Alive award for the Blue Star Connection.
Right.
And of course, that's bluestarconnection.org. For anyone that wants to get their last-minute tickets or just donate to this fine organization,
Yes.
please do so. And the Colorado Blues Society also got a KBA award, you know, for
Yeah.
being such a dynamic force in Colorado and the Blues Foundation world. You know, we have in that Colorado Blues Society many blues educators that were recognized, like Dan Traynor, for his work with blues in the schools. And you know, that's what warmed my heart at Greeley last weekend. They did a Blues 101 stage, and Dan had a company donate little harmonicas and had everyone learning how to play harmonica.
That's so wonderful.
You know, so yeah, this is the kind of stuff that everyone should at least participate in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Definitely.
You know, and you'll just get rewarded. beyond
I hear the
belief.
calling for sure. I do. I'm thinking
Well,
about it.
and that's why, you
Yeah.
know, Colorado Springs, you drive up to Denver and Winter Park and Fort Collins, and, you know, and two, I guess a special mention to Kyle Diebler for doing that John Alex Mason Scholarship. John Alex is, you know, a son of Colorado Springs, Manitou, and we want to keep the memory alive, and you're doing a fine job with that contribution to that.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully that we see more events like that to come. I play all of John Alex Mason's music in rotation, Monday through Friday, 6 to midnight on the regular show, as well as this Worldwide Blues show. So
You're getting it out there.
we want to make sure that all of our Colorado musicians are recognized, and
Yeah.
we can't wait to hear your new CD. And you've got a couple of MP3s that you sent me, and
Yeah, that's those MP3s were actually from the my first album. That was back when Dad was playing, so
Yeah.
you'll hear him on the drums. But yeah, we're gonna our new CD's gonna come out. We're gonna have a CD release party on July 16th at Stargazers.
at Stargazers,
Yeah, so it's gonna be a local show. So
Yeah.
so everybody that's listening to this should definitely come out, and you know, that's your perfect chance to get a CD. So.
Well, and two, that's Stargazers is a great venue that we
It
like
really
to talk
is.
about. John and Cindy Hooten do an awful lot for the blues, and as evidence tonight, of course, Mike Zito is playing, but
Yeah.
you know, Samantha Fish is going to be at Stargazers next Friday night on her way up to Winter Park. You know, darn, I can't make that show and be in Winter Park too. So you got to go, Lisa.
I'll ride a horse.
You want to do another one?
Sure.
I have to ask because we got you. You know,
Yes.
I didn't know how many you plan to do,
Yeah, I can do definitely one more.
but yeah, I mean, this has been a great hour. I got to thank you for coming down, and I know you're a busy guy doing a lot of things, but yeah, I mean, this is a great hour to spend with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll do one more original
Okay.
for you. This one is called Barren Road Blues, and it goes like this. When that freight train starts moving through, duck won't cover, baby. More bad news. Lightning strikes, the thunder rolls. I've got to live this life alone. Walls are falling down, but I got no place to go. When this old barren road gonna carry me back home.
tracks. So many scars upon my back. Left my baby, had to get away. I've got to walk this line alone. Walls are falling down, and I got no place to go. Well, there's an open road gonna carry me back home. When that freight train starts heading west, I'm heading west with the lights on. Don't got no money, don't got no friends. I've got to live this life alone. Walls are falling down, and I got no place to go. Well, there's an open road gonna carry me back home. Said there's an open road gonna carry me back home. Said there's an open road gonna carry me back home.
Yeah, we got some blues out of him today.
Man, that was some powerful guitar playing with some serious technique going on.
Oh,
there.
no,
That was
thank
cool.
you.
I
See
liked
why I
it.
wanted him to play acoustic.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Hey, I'm going to leave you with one last question, and it's going to be appropriate for this one because remember, was it last year or the year before I gave you one of those ceramic slides from
I believe so, yeah.
Todd Sigmeyer or Rocky Mountain Slide Company in Salida. Anyway, he's going to have a booth this year at Blues from the Top.
Awesome.
So I don't know if he made some kind of event. I don't know what he's going to be doing. He can give me a call if he wants. I'm hoping he's listening because I tagged him. But yeah, this guy, you know, when I was giving him out, I gave him to you, Sadie Johnson, Tommy Castro, Anna Popovic, Albert Castilla, I think. I don't know. Yeah, the only one I didn't give it to was Joanne Shaw Taylor because she says I don't play slide guitar. But yeah, you know, when you went up on the second stage and put that thing on, I mean, and Sadie Johnson too. I just saw the look on her face. She goes, "Where'd that sound come from?" You know?
Right.
Some nice stuff. So shout out to Todd and his Colorado-made product. I just wanted to say that too. That sounds pretty much like a full hour of inspiration from Austin Young, huh?
Went by too fast.
It does, but you know, this is we're going to continue the Blues from the Top interview session today throughout the show because Josh Smith is calling in at 3 Mountain Standard Time, and we're going to do some conversation. I'm going to look forward to meeting him at Blues from the Top. He sounds like a really nice guy in the conversations that we've had. We got some music from him too. We'll intersperse along between now and 3, and maybe after that's done too. But Austin, it's a pleasure, man. We don't, like I say, we don't get a chance to sit and talk much.
Yeah,
but
thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
It was just great to talk to you and learn a lot more about you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Mark.
Anytime, really, anytime. Hometown, Colorado Springs, young man, guitar player extraordinaire.
Doing so well and putting out great efforts for people, for kids, for the heart, all this kind of stuff. I really like the things you said.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that wraps up the first session. And Ed, you got anything to say?
Absolutely. That was Austin Young right here at the Worldwide Blues Show. Stay tuned. We're going to have Josh Smith in for an interview here about 3 p.m. on Mountain Standard.